There are several social factors that have influenced who I have become, including race, gender, and social class. Growing up, my father was friends with a wide variety of racial groups. For his closest friends, I often referred to them as extended family members. My dad's childhood friend Calvin, whom he also played in a band with for many years, was black. Additionally, one of my dad's coworkers, Dorothy, or Dot, is also black. Because I used to travel often with my dad, I was experienced in interacting with other racial groups without a biased prejudice. My family led me to believe all people deserve to be treated with kindness, even if their skin color was different from my own. One of the earliest socialization experiences related to race I remember was during Sunday school at church in my childhood years. We would often sing Jesus Loves All the Little Children. There were also posters around the room of block-colored children holding hands, and this signified racial unity. This picture has always stuck with me and solidified my personal stance against racism and discrimination. Moreover, these experiences sparked my passion for combating racism, discrimination, and working towards a more unified and inclusive society for all racial and ethnic groups. Personally, I have not experienced discrimination for being white, although I do know whites being referred to as crackers is a commonplace derogatory term used towards white people. As a female, institutions such as school and family led me to believe I had to be polite and calm. There were more expectations placed on me to not act out. These expectations stuck with me over time and encouraged me to be quiet, polite, and reserved, which contributed to my tendency to keep my thoughts to myself. Additionally, as a woman, it was immediately assumed I would be interested in men, and I was often asked about boyfriends. This stems from the belief that heterosexuality is normal. It was not until I was 14 years old that I decided to tell my parents I identified as bisexual. By questioning the public's view and beliefs regarding sexual orientation, I was able to self-reflect and become more accepting of my own identity. Lastly, I grew up in a lower middle-class family. This taught me to be financially independent and smart with my money due to time periods when my parents struggled to pay essential bills. However, there were also swings in the market that brought extra goodies like a new phone or a new Monster High doll. The lower middle class led me to develop close relationships with my siblings, and we often lean on each other to this day for comfort or encouragement. Cohen 2024 states when two siblings are of the same gender, one may adopt behaviors that are less gender typical as a way of building on an individual identity. This concept may explain why I was often described as a tomboy growing up rather than a traditional female. My individual likes, interests, and hobbies often align more with boy activities rather than female. Some sociologists would say that because I have an older sister, I develop different interests compared to hers that society views as traditionally masculine.